Hello, my name's Tom Carhill. It's 15:07 on Tuesday, the 21st of March 2017. Right, the last videos I did a few yesterday, 3 yesterday, and I mentioned the Medway's paedophile and sodomy conservation area opposite the Conservatives Club in Sappers Walk in Gillingham. I noticed that Stephen Fry was making condescending comments. I'm not sure whether I don't follow him, but I just thought I'll ask him, because I've got a bad feeling about Stephen Fry. He keeps making pedo comments. He's on telly, he's a Jew, he probably is a pedo, and let's just face it, he probably is. I'm not saying he is, but probably, right? So, right, I've said he's putting some kind of poo bum ass tit. Look, he's talking absolute nonsense. He's trying to be one of these posh people who, when he says something, it's funny because he says it, because he's posh and he's better than everyone else. It's kind of quite sickening. I didn't used to really dislike Stephen Fry, and sometimes I used to find him quite funny. But then you started realising it's almost this entitlement that he can just say absolutely anything and it's funny. And it's like, I don't know. And also, Rick Mail didn't like him, and I like Rick Mail. And Rick Mail's dead now, which is always a bit suspicious. So if Rick Mail says he's a cunt, then I think we can all just say he obviously must be a cunt. I know that's a little bit unlikely, but I do like Rick Mail. So, and I've never even met him, but yeah, he's dead now, isn't he? So I don't know how that happened. But anyway, so I've said to him, are you putting sodomy adverts in Medway's paedophile and sodomy conservation area opposite the Conservatives Club? Pedologic, right? Pedologic's a hashtag. That's something people use on Twitter, which is, if you use the hashtag and somebody searches it, I don't know if it's got any special searchability functions, but the fact that you put a hashtag before something, which is, like the hash sign, means that if anybody wants to find that particular word with a hashtag, then obviously on the internet you'll be able to find it. So it has got some uses. I think Pedologic's quite a good one. Right, because here we've got this antisocial behaviour sign put up by the police mentioning that there's been inappropriate activity in these toilets. These premises may be monitored as a result of complaints, and you want us to be more accessible. Why they put accessible in bold, I don't know. You want us to sort out nuisance behaviour. You want us to cut crime still further. Cut crime still further. Right, to find out how we are keeping crime and disorder down, visit us at kentpolice.co.uk, or .uk, sorry. Right, now we've got Kent Homophobic Incident Reporting Line. So you call up, you get a free number, which is significant because 101, which is like the secondary police call for non-emergencies, isn't free. So if you're phoning up to being trapped so they can say you're homophobic for reporting paedophile activity in the toilets, then at least you don't get charged. That's basically what that means, right? So that's how that works. But what I would like to share with you whilst I'm on Twitter here now, right, is this guy here, right? Not Travis, right? Underscore, you got to put an underscore. Not, it'll come up, and then it's Travis. Travis is the character who Robert De Niro plays in, what's it called? In Taxi Driver. Yes, he's a taxi driver and taxi in the background. This guy is very, very good, and I think I actually thought she didn't exist before he says he thought she didn't exist. But yeah, that Madeline McCann thing is just a complete mass media distraction hoax. And this guy here, he just takes it apart. It's better to read from the start, because obviously the tweets at the top are the later ones and the ones at the bottom are the earlier ones. If you just scroll down there and read all of his tweets and it's easier to go, chronologically in a straight line as opposed to going backwards, rather than going backwards. If you start reading the latest ones, you won't follow his train of thought as well, and also he sometimes uses abbreviations when he says the same thing quite a few times, and of course he's very good, he's quite academic, he's obviously somebody who'd be good at, he's not like some kind of uneducated person. You can see that he's actually explained what he means in one place. But again, tweets are only small. You think this would be a very inappropriate way of putting all this information up there. Absolutely wrong. actually works. He only talks about the Madeline McCann hoax. That's all he talks about on this profile. No doubt he knows what he's doing with this kind of stuff. He's probably got other accounts, but he wants to remain anonymous. But yeah, me and him pretty much on the same the same sort of level when it comes to this Madeline McCann thing. And you've got that Katie Hopkins, obviously, is very much involved in what I call, right, and we'll go to our one here. We'll go to my one, what I call McCann Phase 2, which is how they're clearly starting to put together anti-McCann stuff, allowing people to comment on things about it, right? And, like on things like the Daily Mail Online and stuff like that. Yeah, McCann Phase 2. McCann, with two N's, Phase 2. Phase2. McCann Phase 2, right? And that's when they're going to milk it even more and start letting out negative stuff about the McCanns. And that's why the McCanns are such hateful people, or they pretend to be such hateful people. Which actually life does imitate art, because of course, they are obviously very unpleasant, creepy, sneaky, disgusting people. But, they haven't killed any kid. But then it always begs the question, what kind of freaks would agree to go along with that? So, if they haven't got pedo dirt on them, I don't know what dirt they've got on them, because they're seriously fucked up people. But the irony of it is, people abuse children, unfortunately, in various ways. But that's quite common. And of course, obviously, if they're doing, people think they're renting them out in a paedophile ring or something like that, there's absolutely zero evidence for that. But I think, again, like I'm saying, life imitates art. I think the reason people are getting that feeling is because there's something seriously sick about those people. And they're very, very, very unpleasant. And you can just feel it. And I think probably, ironically, it's probably something like pedo dirt they've got on them. They'll be either there. It's not really like straight masonry, is it? If you're getting up to these great big government psyops, they're probably Satanists and stuff, So there probably is a pedo angle. But Madeline McCann has got absolutely nothing to do with that, because she doesn't exist. So anyway, not Travis _ NOTTRAVIS. Very, very, very useful. Like, you've got to look at this Madeline McCann hoax and look at it as an exercise. Don't look at it because you're concerned about a little girl who doesn't exist and getting her parents banged up. All this nonsense, that is not why you should be looking at it. Look at it, see, this is a very, very high quality hoax. I don't believe they wanted this one to come out. It's not like 9/11 where they wanted everyone to work it out that it's bollocks. They don't want you to know that with this. I don't, again, like 7/7. Funnily enough, I think they wanted to let some stuff out on 7/7 because there was things like that guy walking around with the mask with like the little eyes cut out on it. Things like that. There was some kind of joke there, wasn't there? So I don't think it went to plan, but I think maybe it did go to plan, It is possible that it actually went to plan. And it just strikes me as weird that they would make such a elementary error as the train's not going there. Do you know what I mean? It just didn't seem... But anyway, I also think McCann's is actually quite likely to be something relating to the cover-up of 7/7, When I had a little cursory look over the dates of her alleged disappearance, the incident, if you like, coincided with the publication report for the 7/7 bombings report the government was going to put out. Yeah. So anyway, I've been Tom Carhill. It's 15:16 on Tuesday, the 21st of March, 2017. I'd like to know what you think. Thanks very much. Bye bye. Have a go on Twitter. It's not as bad as you think. Yeah.